Hello my lovely nestlings, and welcome to my very first stone tutorial. I'm going to show you how to make this one today. So let's get started. I have everything prepped. I have my stone that I actually cast myself using a mold from the Happy Dotting Company, and I will link it down below. This is the smallest one that they have, and it comes with a grid that I actually already put on. I did extend the inner parts a little bit just because I find that a little bit more pleasing. Now the background on this stone is, I believe it's a black, this is a black background. I just painted it black with paint that I kind of diluted a little bit. So the paints that I'm using are kind of craft paints. This is the brand. It's actually a Dutch brand, and I get mine at Action. And the colors that I'm going to use today are purple and yellow. So I have the yellow mixed here. These are actually all colors that I mixed myself, just, you know, starting with a dark purple and then gradually going a little bit lighter. So that's what we're going to use today. I'm actually going to start with the very dark purple that I have, which I've just mixed in an old jam jar. I love mixing my own colors. The downside with that is that I cannot link them for you guys, but yeah, it is what it is. The tools that I will be using today are, well, I have these, which are actually for nail art, and I bent the tips, and that works very, very well for me. Oh, let's go there. There's a tutorial online how to bend the tips. If I don't forget, I'll link that video down below as well, because it's really easy. Usually they come like this. I also have one that's very, very fine. I don't know where this one is from though. I actually got this as a gift, and I use this one from micro dotting, so for very, very small dots. And then the other set that I'm going to use are these, and these are acrylic rods in different sizes. I don't know the sizes, but I will kind of tell you which one I'm using. We're going to start though with the center dot, and for the center dot I'm going to go to the green acrylic. That is, I don't know what that is, but that's okay. So I'm going to start actually with a very, very deep dark purple that I have here, which will probably not really show up on the black, but that's okay. I have a plan. Now what you do want to do is you want to make sure that you have quite a bit of paint on your tool. This is probably too much, but that's okay. That's okay. And I'm going to try and center it as much as possible, and very lightly tap the surface. I'm kind of bouncing a little bit, but I'm not really touching the stone. So I'm just letting the paint do its thing and try to kind of make it into a nice circle. It's kind of lopsided, like me. I kind of have difficulty with the center dot sometimes. There are probably better ways to do this, but I basically just fiddle around until it's as round as I can get it. I'm kind of trying to push the paint around a little bit. Kind of like that. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, now let's wipe it off. And for accent color, I actually have this very nice bright yellow. I'm going to go to, not the white one, I want smaller ones, I think. I think I want the pink tool. Yeah, we're going to go to the, I think it's the biggest size of the pink tool. And I'm just going to, I'm going to go to the top line here. Okay. I'm just going to go all the way around. I'm kind of trying to get one dot in the center and then one dot on the line. That's the plan. Okay. I think that's cute. Now I am going to go to I want to go to a bigger one. I think I'm going to go to this one, and I am going to go to the lightest purple next, the one that I have here. I'm going to put it on the left side because I'm a lefty. Biggest one of the white tool. I'm going to go in between the space of the previous dots. Some dots will probably be a little bit smaller or lopsided. But that's all. That's all okay. We're having fun, or at least I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun too. And let me know if you're going to do this as well. Next, I am going to go to... I'm going to go to the blue tool, to the biggest part. I'm going to go one color darker, and I'm actually going to start a new row. And what does that mean? I'm just going to pick a dot, and I'm going to place this one a little bit higher and right on top. Oh yes, and a very, very tiny Lazy Susan that I'm working on, I got off of AliExpress years ago, so... But it's perfect for these stones. I also have a bigger one, but that's way too big for this type of work, at least as far as I am concerned. Now I'm going to go to the darkest purple, and I think I'm going to go to the red rod. I'm going to start there. Skip one. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to follow the guidelines here to kind of get back into the pattern a little bit. Shall we do swooshes just for fun? Or shall we do walk the dots? I think I'm going to walk the dots first. And for that, I am going to take my smallest part of the blue tool with the dark purple that I just used. And I'm just going to make a top dot. There. And then from there, walk the dots. And walking the dots means that you put down a dot. And then without dipping in, just do that. Okay, usually I go up here. Now this is actually the first time that I'm doing a stone, so for me it's a little bit figuring out how the curve of the stone works with the design, and I don't really have a plan, so there is that. I think I'm going to go to one color darker, one color lighter actually. I'm going to do that again, walking the dots using the smaller end of the blue tool. And I'm trying to keep them very close to the previous row and kind of get them even. I'm also kind of lining it up with the guideline that I have there. And I feel that with this, especially with this art, I want to be as symmetrical as possible. However, it's also handmade. So sometimes the perfection is in the imperfection, if that makes any sense. Also, I'm not striving for perfection because it's just something that's not attainable. Okay, I think now I'm going to go to the yellow. And I'm going to go to the, what is it? It's not pink. Is it pink? No, peach. Peach tool and the yellow. And I'm going to go in between these two points. Like that. I'm going to go to the orange and the, I don't know if it's the smallest side or the bigger side. I have no idea. And to the yellow. Kind of going to tilt it a little bit. Put a dot a tiny bit lower. I want that one bigger actually. So I'm going to go to the big side of the blue tool. And I'm going to put a top dot with all of them. And then I'm going to walk the dots with the yellow. So let's see if I can kind of show you. I'm going to go in a little bit closer. And then I'm going to follow the yellow dot. I'm going to make it a little, I'm actually going to use the other side of the tool as well for the smaller dots. Just add a bit more paint in the smaller dots. Like that. Yeah, that's cute. I'm going to make those yellow dots a little bit bigger. And I'm going to do a swoosh. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to pull, let's see if I can do it from this angle. I'm just placing some extra paint. And then from the tip, I'm just pulling a little bit of paint forward and then dragging it. I kind of want to honestly, this is what happens to me all the time. I kind of want to change the inner part of the petal here to a different color. So I'm from the pink tool going to go to the smallest part and the light purple. And I'm actually just going to top dot. Just going to go over the dots that I made here with that lighter purple. I think that's a bit better. That's the best part of this. If you're like, oh, I don't really like that color combination, wait for the paint to dry and just put another color on top. Next color I want is going to be, well, purple. Do I want that very dark? I don't think you'll see that very, very deep dark purple though. But you know what? Let's try it anyway, because why not? Why not? So I have that very dark purple here. I think I am going to go to the green tool. And I'm going to make basically a dot with the biggest one to see if we can even see it. We can. Okay. And I really want to have the dots, I'm switching to the other side, close to the yellow dots. Okay, let's put this here. kind of hope you can see what I'm doing. Let's kind of hold it like this. Switching to the other side. So this is what I'm, can you see what I'm doing? That is what I'm doing. So let's see if I can show you. So first I have the top dot with the very deep purple. And then I'm going to walk the dots close to the yellow, and then halfway kind of switching to the other side of the tool. To get smaller dots. Now, something like this here, where I kind of place one dot on top of the other, I will go in when the paint is dry and kind of correct that a little bit. Now I am going to go back again to the dark purple. Yeah, because these I want to have in the dark purple as well. So I'm going to grab my green tool. I told you I didn't have a plan, did I? And I'm just going to dot on top of these. I think I need my blue tool. Yeah, I need the blue one. So I'm going to switch to the blue and grab the biggest stylus, the biggest size. I'm going to make these dark purple. Why? Well, because I changed my mind. What I'm also going to do is on these, I'm going to top dot with the yellow. So I'm cleaning my tool, grabbing the yellow. And I'm going to put that in the center. And I'm kind of bouncing up and down a little bit. And I also need to fix the big yellow dots, but that's going to be okay. I'll have to wait for that paint to dry completely. And then I'll basically top dot the yellow ones with yellow again. Now, what do I want around the, I think I want the, basically the darkest purple of the small pots. And I'm going to go around the darker purple that I just laid down. I have no idea how I'm going to do that without getting my fingers stuck in the paint, but we will try. So I'm just going to put it kind of on the tips of my fingers here, the stone, so I can kind of turn it a little bit. I'm going to use the biggest one of the green stylus. I think maybe I even need a bigger one. So I'm just really going to load it up. Then I'm going to flip it, go to the smaller side, like that. Yeah, what I'm going to do is this row, the small row here, I am going to redo because the dots are a little bit too flat for my liking. I can do that now, it doesn't really matter. So I am going to grab, I think it's going to be the orangey one. Then I'm going to grab the biggest part and I'm going to go to, well, the same, I'm just going to stay in this color, and I'm actually going to top dot the purple row here. to make sure that the dots have a little bit more body, because I just like that better. I'm adding some light purple top dots to the yellow swooshes, and I'm using the bigger end of the white tool. Okay, I'm going to let everything dry out a little bit more so I can add some top dots to the bigger, basically top dot, the center dot, and I want to fix the yellow. But the paint has to be dry for that. So I'll be back in just a little bit. This is the final result. I did add a bunch of top dots, as you can see. I just couldn't help myself. I also added later actually this row here with the light purple, and I changed the dark purple row into light purple. But I really like how it turned out. And that's the beauty of a stone like this. You can just, you know, play and play and play. Or you can just leave it a little bit more basic. But what can I say? I'm extra like that. So let me know how you think it turned out. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Tell your friends about it. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.